Hello, hello, my beautiful people. Thank you so much for stopping by my channel. My name is Goretti, and today I'm going to do a fun video. This was requested as well. So many people have asked me while I'm out and about, as well as, from my videos about my tattoo. And so I've been meaning to do this for a while, and I just wanted to let you all know about what it means, why I got it. So this is the tattoo, and if you're looking at me, you would see it like this. So this is like, whoop, how it's supposed to be upright, okay? Not the best lighting in my room right now. I'm doing this at night, so I'll just hold it like this while I kind of go through and explain to you all what each of the pieces of this tattoo means. So I'll give you a little bit of background. I was actually never going to get a tattoo. You know how they say never say never? I swore I would never get a tattoo, and then I kind of, slacked a little, and I said, okay, fine, if I ever do get one, then I will probably get a butterfly or something like that, most likely. And yeah, this kind of came suddenly. It was a bit unexpected. Just one day I had an intuition to get this done, so I did. And it started with, if you notice, the rings here, there is an engagement ring and a wedding band. That would have been from my current / previous marriage. I am separated, and so these rings were a dream for me. And if you knew my story about the abuse that I suffered, financial abuse was one of them. And so I, felt like I deserved to keep my rings, but I was like, what do I do with them? And all of a sudden, one day, it just came to me out of the blue. But yeah, so I never thought I was going to get a tattoo, swore I wasn't going to ruin my body. And then after having 3 children, my body got ruined anyway. And so I became a lot more open to it. Yeah, and I just would only get it if it had meaning. And so up until recently, the only thing that kind of had meaning was a butterfly. I've used that a lot in my work, as well as in my personal life. And so, yeah, I didn't really think I was going to get anything. And so when I decided that I wanted to keep the wedding ring and the engagement ring, because it was so beautiful, and it really is, they're called Hearts on Fire. It's the best diamonds that you can get in the world. And I just couldn't part with it. Plus, they do hold a lot of meaning for me, for all the pain and suffering and sacrifices that I made. And I did it genuinely and full of love from my part. Truly, everything I did came from the heart. So, these rings had a lot of meaning. So I had decided I was going to wear it on the other hand, and wasn't sure if I quite liked that idea fully. But I had seen many hand tattoos and symbols, and one day it just came to me when I was looking at some tattoos for the hand and symbols. I saw an anomaly, I think it's called, or unalami, I think it's unalami picture, and I read the meaning behind it, and I knew instantly that was the one. That's what I needed to do. Especially when I researched the meaning behind it. That's what I wanted to get on my finger next to my rings, which really does, a unalami really does explain the story of the journey that I've been on. And over time, after looking at different designs and seeing also the lotus flower, which I researched that as well, and the meaning behind it fit perfectly with everything that not only I've gone through in the past 20 years of my life, but especially in the last 7 years in this marriage, and even more so in the last 4 years, and especially in the past year and a half of my transformation, both mentally, emotionally, physically, and spiritually. So these symbols totally made sense to me to have these next to the rings. So I'm going to go through it. The Unalami. So the Unalami, oh, sorry for all of those that don't know, it's this swirl with all these swirls and then the line. So the Unalami, sorry, I just wrote some stuff down here so I don't forget, because that happens when I do videos. The Unalami shows, basically, this is kind of like the point of birth is the beginning, right? And then the swirl, 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 this journey going through. And then you start to see it kind of go back and forth, this windy road. And for me, this shows the crazy, windy, turbulent, painful journey that I've traveled. And then the lotus flower, which is exactly how I have blossomed through the yucky mud and darkness that lotus flowers have to go through into something even more beautiful. I have truly transformed as a completely different person. I've grown, I've learned, I'm, so much wiser. I've grown mentally, emotionally, spiritually, and into somebody that I'm really proud of. And so, all that happened going through all this horrible, turbulent journey that I was on, right? And so you see all the crazy, windy road there. Really bumpy, kind of like a little messed up, and then some jaggedness here, and then the straight line would be the line to where I'm at the end of the journey, is that dot. So that's what that represents for me. And the straight line is the path that I'm that I'm on now. It's peace, it's harmony, and no more toxicity, no more chaos, and no more confusion. It's absolute peace and harmony, as you can see, which is why it's a straight line there. And so so that was originally what I wanted to get, was just this. And then, I got the lotus flower, and, I came up with the idea of how to put it all together so that it looked really pretty. And this, you can't really tell very well, but it is a heart. And so to connect this, crazy winding journey, I was going to put it the other way around, but I really like how it looks this way. And so the heart is what connects this crazy winding journey to the lotus flower, which is, from that crazy windy journey to get to the beautiful, lotus flower that came through the yucky mud, was my heart and love, divine love, connecting to, for me, it's God. Connecting to God through my heart, healing my heart. I had to do all of that to be able to, transform into this beautiful lotus flower. So that's also, all the motivation, the thoughts, the actions that I took in regards to this crazy winding journey was always done with my heart, always from my heart space. Everything that I did, even if I made mistakes and didn't see things clearly at first and fell for, lies and deceit and manipulation and love bombing and gaslighting and all of that, being codependent and giving everything of myself, it was done. all with love. And the other thing is that we are all born as love beings. And, you know, having my last child, my last baby, because of this, you know, crazy journey, that heart also represents him, because truly, I mean, all my children I love equally. It's just he was very much a big part of getting me through the journey, and not just for me, but you know, for my daughter as well, because she's like his second mom. So and then the dots that you see here above the lotus flower, above each of those points, um, the tattoo artist added it, and I absolutely love it, because to me that actually means light. You know how you know, the sun has like rays and stuff like that, and I did look it up, and it does mean you know, light. And to me, light is the essence of God, and it is heaven for me. So so yeah, that's what the dots mean. And then the final dot at the end, like I said, is the goal that I've reached in enlightenment, and all the goals that I will reach at the end of this road and journey that I am on right now. That's like the final, you know, kind of destination, is what that's about. And so I did this on, you know, my middle finger here, was because it is right beside, you know, the wedding ring and engagement ring. And to me, that just tells the story of, you know, all of this. This is why I got this. So this is my very first tattoo that I absolutely love. Truly, I love it. I've had it redone. I also, the other thing is I have very small hands, and hand tattoos apparently are like one of the worst tattoos you could possibly ever get, let alone your first tattoo. Most artists won't do it, but this one was willing to do it. I think he did a fabulous job. I spent hours looking for, you know, different designs, different swirls, different lotus flowers, all of that. And, you know, I pieced a bunch of different things together, and then I came up with this lining of all these pieces in it. And I was, you know, as soon as he put it all together and showed me, I absolutely fell in love with it. And I knew that this was the right thing to do. And that, yeah, it's, you know, my very first tattoo, and it's beautiful, and it has so much meaning. And I get to show off those rings that have lots of meaning to me too. It's kind of interesting. So many people that, you know, love me would say things that, you know, why would you want to keep those rings? You don't want anything tied to that man. But here's the thing. Had I not gone through all of this, I wouldn't have had my son, my last child, who was truly a blessing and a gift. I would do it all over again just for him. And I tell people that all the time. And honestly, I would not have gotten to the place of spiritual enlightenment, the wisdom and knowledge that I have, the education, the motivation and drive that I have, the strength that I have. I wouldn't have gotten to the place, you know, this tattoo complete like this, all together with all these meanings, for me also means not just what I went through, but it was also the journey to finally, fully, truly, and completely, wholeheartedly love myself. I always thought I loved myself, and I did to an extent, but now I love myself like to the deepest of my core, and nobody can ever shake that. Nobody, and nothing will ever shake that. So truly, out of a horrible situation, right? This is part of this lotus flower, how I, you know, came through the mud. Truly, you know, a beautiful thing came out of it. Now, my clients all know that I am like the queen of finding a silver lining, and I wasn't always that way. I had to learn, and honestly, this is one of those, you know, things for me that I found an incredible silver lining to it. And I learned so much, and I grew so much as a person in so many ways, and I found new passions of mine, and just a love for life again. And I have, you know, incredible relationships with all my children now because of it. Like, it's just so many beautiful things came out of a horrible situation. Because I chose to look at it different and because I chose to do something different with it. So that's what I did. The other thing, you know, I wasn't really going to show this, but I think, you know, I will. Here is my, I don't know if you can see it. Let's see. Sorry, guys. But here is my second tattoo that I got. And they say once you get one, you want to get a bunch more. And that is so true. I never thought I would say that. It says, I am enough. And so my daughter just graduated this summer from high school. She's my firstborn. And so as the gift for her was I ended up getting matching tattoos with her. And we were going to get different writing because we couldn't really decide on the same, you know, kind of writing. And when we got to the tattoo shop, I don't know, it just something said to me, because she got hers done first. And I just said, no, I need to have the same writing as her. And we have it on different spots on our arm. She has it on the external part of the arm, along the bone, and I have it on the inside. And I put it on the same arm as my hand tattoo because that's that self-love piece. I am enough. That is what I learned. That was the biggest thing that I learned through all of this, is that I am enough. And somebody, you know, tried to break my spirit, but they couldn't. They couldn't. And so much beauty came out of it, and I am enough. And then another tattoo I wanted to get, I decided, since I was going through the pain anyway, might as well do a third one. Because I do love the tattoos, you know, on the spot that my daughter had gotten hers on, you know, the kind of along the bone on the outside of the arm. And there is a saying I have been saying since I was a teenager, and it's live, laugh, love. And truly, this also is, you know, although it's something I always said, I'm a cancer survivor, that became a mantra for me as well. In my 20s, and I've learned a lot of things along the way, and it definitely is my motto that I stand by, even, you know, on my like Facebook page. That's the quote that I have up and have had since I opened it many years ago. So yeah, and it was in the writing that originally I wanted the I am enough. So I got that done. Live, laugh, and love. Let me see if I can show you all there. Whoa, can you see it? It's also a favorite of mine. So all of these tattoos have a ton of meaning. I absolutely love them. I am truly grateful for everything I've experienced in my life, and I am living life day by day. I practice what I preach. Yeah, and so that's all I wanted to share with you guys. Didn't think this video was going to take quite this long, but I wanted to be really thorough in explaining, you know, why I got these, and maybe give some inspiration, you know, to some of you out there to get, you know, something done like this. But it definitely, every single day when I look at it, I am reminded of all the obstacles, of all the horrible things done to me, thrown at me, thrown in my path, that I overcame. I came out of it better, stronger, and so proud, you know, of who I've become. And so this is, you know, a big thing that I teach my clients as well. So I hope you all loved it as much as I do. Hopefully I think I covered everything of what it means to me. And yeah, so those are my tattoos. It was my hand tattoo. originally that I just wanted to show you guys. And so yeah, it's absolutely beautiful. I love it. I get complimented on it all the time. And yeah, that's all I wanted to show you guys. So please like this video, share this video with anybody that you think might be interested. Hopefully you subscribe to my channel if you haven't already done so, and also don't forget to hit the icon button, or the bell, sorry, the bell icon button, so that you get notified when I upload new videos. And yeah, I think that was it. I wish you all peace, love, and light. Bye-bye, everybody.